as well. Well, it's the second day of the week, the second half of the year. You're watching Ekse Live, a show that is second to none. When you heard them saying Hectic 99, you were like, oh no, goodbye. We've got your attention, right? Of course we do. You're watching Ekse Live. Like I said, you can follow us on Twitter at Ekse_Live. On Facebook, it's Ekse. On Cape Town TV, call us on 021-448-0448. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, Maneni, Nani, Manenikazi, welcome to it. I'll be your co-host.
Yes.
My name is Lamalimu.
And I am Awonge Dulazi. Shout out to Donald for that video. I know Homeboy campaigned so hard for that. He's aiming to reach 1 million views. So you guys, after watching this show, you can go ahead and watch that music video again and help Homeboy reach the 1 million mark that he's aiming for. Anyway, we have a jam-packed show coming up for you guys. Nothing but comedy mixed with a little bit of inspiration by our homegirl, Abigail. We also have Rezah, our very own presenter, comedian. I know he wants to start up a rap career because he showed us a video of him rapping.
I saw that.
Legend in the making. So I'm looking forward to having that chat with him, yeah?
Yes, so Abigail is here on the show to tell us about an initiative that she's running that will be on the 18th of July. She's celebrating Mandela Day. This will benefit both girls and boys. Now she's going to be telling us about we tata as a specific step to help a girl. So make sure that you tune in to find out how you can help.
Yes, that's not all. We also have Obakeng, another comedian. He's also been performing today. So if you don't have a sense of humor, please go borrow it from a friend or whoever it is. Can't wait for that because I'm a huge fan of stand-up comedy, though I don't find everybody funny. So I want to know how they react to that. If they crack a joke and nobody laughs, I want to find out how that makes them feel.
I think it's very much funny because he won the Ekse World Comedy Tour. So, well, if you want to laugh and crack a bone, you better tune in right here, right now. This is Ekse Live. Right now, it's time for us to bring you what's trending in and around South Africa. Keep it locked. This is the part of the show that we share with you what's trending in South Africa. Awonge Dulaza has the first story.
Yes, that's correct. A gunman on motorbikes killed Mark Batchelor, a former Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates striker. The family of former Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs striker Mark Batchelor was gunned down in Bryston, in Johannesburg on Monday evening. He was attacked at around 6 in the evening by two men who were on motorbikes. He was shot through the window several times and died at the scene. Motive behind the attack is still unknown and no suspects have been arrested as of yet.
Well, now let's talk about KK. You know him from Mubango. His real life name is McDonald Ndo. Well, he was arrested alongside two other people for cases of extortion, kidnapping, theft and corruption. Now he is temporarily a free man because the Hawks dropped those charges. Look at him. He looks so scary.
Talk about people who do
the Hawks busted him for charges of kidnapping. Now, I don't know because the other two guys that he was arrested with are still arrested, and KK Mutsalong, what's his name on Mubango?
I cannot pronounce it, unfortunately.
Well, though McDonald is a free man temporarily, well, we don't know if because of the catching that he has or because he is famous or whatever the case may be. So we'll give you a follow-up your story, Ngo McDonald, as it unfolds. So make sure that we keep it locked right here every day of your life on Ekse.
Yes, in other news, filmmaker Ukalo Matabane fights back on social misconduct. Award-winning television director Ukalo Matabane, who was recently accused of sexual misconduct, is taking legal action against his accusers as no criminal case was opened against him. Mr. Mastabane's sexual misconduct allegations broke on social media last week after two men posted on Twitter about the incident. The first victim wrote on Twitter that she met Matabane with her friends when they auditioned for a drama series, and Matabane asked for their details. Later, he then called asking if they could visit him, and it is allegedly Wade started sending weird sexual and dog tests. And the second woman is alleged that Matabane had raped her back in the year 2010 during the FIFA World Cup tournament.
What a wow. Any story that you want us to cover, you can email us to ekse@capetowntv.org or call us on 021-448-0448. And later on today, we'll be bringing you an exclusive Miss South Africa SA 2019 interview with the contestants. We remember we told you that Ekse has those insights for you. Well, we didn't tell you who is going to be hosting this year. She's doing it again. Umo Gal, the host with the most. Ona Mateba will be hosting this year's Miss SA 2019 exclusive with Miss SA that was trending on Twitter and all social media platforms. We're going to be hearing firsthand about Utini, about the contest that she just entered. Let me give you a hint. She comes from Enyanga, Cape Town, and she's proving to be the film favorite for this year's competition. Hey, good luck, girl. Make us proud.
That's all I saw on social media. I'm not sure about the other contestants, so I'll be looking forward for that in the insert. So I don't know who else. I remember when they announced the Mr. South Africa. Do you remember those finalists?
Oh yeah, it was very
that was
controversial.
Hilarious. It made me feel like, yo, actually, I can actually stand a chance to do this.
You think?
I think so.
I think the only chance that you stand is going to an ad break, and when we come back, there's more of Ekse. Mr. South Africa? Really?
Yeah, from Kylie.
Channel 263 on your DSTV is where we redefine and reconstruct and give you the best of entertainment, education, and information. We go by the name of Ekse Live. Should you wish to follow us on Twitter, you can do so. We're Ekse@CapeTownTV.org. No, that's our email address. It's Ekse_live on Twitter. On Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. My name is Lamamoon. It's a Tuesday afternoon. You know how we do what we do. It's either we go big or we go home, and today is no exception. We're going bigger and better. Our hashtag to use today is #Tuesday. We've got guests like Rezah Forbes, we've got Abigail, we've got Obakeng, and if you've got anything that you want to say to them or ask them on social media, this is the platform to use. So remember, we are running a competition Penny for a Love charity tour that will be hosted by Riyadh Musa. The tour will feature an all-star lineup with Usfiso Nene only in Cape Town on the 19th of July at the Cape Town ICC. So you have to answer one simple question. Where will this comedy tour be taking place? And you could win one set of double tickets so that you can take your side chick or your best friend or your mama to that comedy. Well, Help a Girl is in the building. You know how she does what she does. She inspires, she motivates, and she gives out sanitary pads. Are you gonna be in need? Make sure that you're gonna be where she is Mandela Day. Her name is Abigail, and she's seated by the yellow couches with Awonge Dulaza. Welcome to the show, Abby. It's always great to see you.
It's great to be here. Thank you so much.
Because when there is izinto that are unique all the time and you never get tired, where does that come from?
From the heart and to the mind.
Just
mind. Something that is so strong for me to keep on helping the community, helping the schools.
Yeah. Loyal Ekse viewers know who Abigail is. They know what Help a Girl is and what it stands for. But for the first time viewers, can you dissect what Help a Girl is?
So Help a Girl campaign focuses on empowering young girls, boys and girls, especially this year. We started supporting boys as well. So we educate, inspiring young girls to dream big, to believe in their dreams. Also, not to say because they don't have enough sanitary pads and then they can be in school. So we try to close the gap and just caring for our girls.
There's somebody here to inspire you, so make sure that you follow that.
I know that you just mentioned, you touched on that now. They say you guys decided to include boys as well. Are you gonna change the name to what inspired that decision?
We're not going to change the name as yet. Not as yet.
Still Help a Girl.
It's so funny how I decided to include boys because last year I hosted a Mandela Day with the Kusasaletu group in Kailicha. And I remember she was there to do the shooting, and she was like, how about maybe in the future you include the boys, because we don't want to exclude the boys, especially when you have the session with the girls and then they're always on their own. But now we decided to include the boys in the sessions because we believe they also matter.
Yes, exactly. So I know that primarily was to help give girls these pads. How much did you learn?
The what?
I'm at the boys.
The boys.
Yeah.
With the boys, we educate about self-love, self-confidence, and also about substance abuse, because we know that now in South Africa, substance abuse is increasing every day with boys doing bad things at school. So we believe that now it's time to include them as well, and because they also have dreams.
Yes,
so we
yes,
just
yes,
want
definitely.
to give support to both boys and girls.
What's the future, Guy Help a Girl, and what is the future looking like for those who are benefiting from Help a Girl?
The future is so big because we like this year it's third year. The poor girls we're running for third year, and there's a lot.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. There's a lot that we are planning to do, and hopefully to keep the campaign sustainable. Would like the companies to get involved, donating either sanitary pads or stationery, because the boys we give the stationery, and then with the girls we give them the sanitary pads.
Why is that important?
To keep girls in school, education, we believe that it is important, and we need to keep them in school.
Do you, by any chance, have a mentor or someone that you look up to? Because I'd like to know where the idea came from. Because you're such a young lady, and you started obviously it's in line with what you studied, which is a social worker. So, do you have a mentor, and do inspire this whole organization to be about?
I do have maybe more than 5 mentors I look up to academically also, and I think my social worker, Miss Yanek, also inspired me to believe in myself, to believe in the dream that I have, because I'm passionate about empowering young girls in different platforms, and also seeing change in a girl's life and in the community.
Do you happen to have at least a couple of girls? I know that you have vast a lot of number of girls. Do you have maybe the ones that you have a personal touch, of, so to speak, that you mentor?
Yes, I do have about 7 of them. I can name Sinesipo Asibuta, who is now working, because I started mentoring her at age of 16, and she finished her studies. She studied international studies, and she is working now. So when I see her, I see a bright future for more girls, because she's also helping another girl with education.
Yeah, so it's a cycle of some sort. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, our hashtag for the day is #Tuesday, and a lot of people on social media are choosing you. Uvimbai Lizzie Tagaria Gwamba, she's saying you go girl. And then Umzianda Steve Mangam, I love you Abby. Uspogazi Noludwe is saying you are doing you're doing very well. Fly high girl. Sia Bonga boy. No, my queen, always admire you. Keep up the good work. Upaga Mangele says, Jonga, I am so proud of you, Angel. I'm too proud. #Tuesday, I choose Abby. I understand that there was a mission. Yako, I don't know whether it was last year or it's something that's going to happen this year as well, that you want to help young matriculants to enjoy their last year of schooling by donating ilokos or Yagu Metric Ball. Is that still ongoing, and how can people assist?
It's still going. We donated, or we assisted about 10 girls, 5 from Kainisha and 5 from Stellenbosch. We helped them with matric dances, with matric dresses and school, with the school, everything. And also this year we continue to collect more dresses, more makeups to support the young girl who cannot afford but who wants to go to the matric.
That's totally awesome. Just under 1 minute, where can people catch you on Mandela Day, and what will you be doing?
On Thursday, we are going to George. We're going to be at Tembaletu Primary School together with Ikusa Saletu Group, which is one of the giants in Cape Town that I work very, very close with them. So we have very interesting topics.
Yes.
From grade 1 to grade 7, everyone is going to benefit on the program that's going to be happening.
Your social media handles?
People can follow me on Help a Girl Campaign on Facebook, also on Instagram, or follow our website at
Health Campaign, .co.za.
Okay, I'll do the same. I'll follow you and do the things that you're asking for. Thank you so much for coming through and doing the work that you're doing. Well, you guys, the Miss South Africa semi-finalists and finals in association with LFP will be taking part in an exciting event run up to the final pageant on the 9th of August. Here is a brief interview with Ukuma Matuleke, who is a 21-year-old from Enyanga, Cape Town, who is in her third year doing a BA degree at UCT, majoring in anthropology, industrial sociology, and political studies, and Unolutando Benedict, who is a 24-year-old sound engineer, multimedia, and web design freelancer from Ekse Kokastop, who are contestants in this year's pageant. So let's see what they are up to and what they had to say about Miss South Africa 2019. This is an Ekse exclusive.
You have made the top 16 of Miss South Africa. This is amazing. And I just want to know, what unique traits are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing different this year?
Well, first of all, I'm from Nyanga.
Okay.
It's very notorious for its crime and violence. And I think having first-hand experience and second-hand experience of the crime and the violence, I know what it means to eradicate, to want to have the drive to eradicate crime and violence within the community. I'm bringing, when you want to change with all that you have, I'm bringing generosity, I'm bringing compassion. I just want to leave a legacy. I want to touch a lot of children's lives, especially children who think that they cannot be what they are destined to be or what they can achieve.
Absolutely.
I want to put that drive in. I want to show them that wherever you come from in life, it doesn't determine who you ought to be or what the future holds for you. So that's what I'm bringing. I'm bringing a good sense of purpose in a lot of people's lives, just to show them that every child out there has a purpose in life, and whatever challenges that they come across shouldn't stop them from doing anything.
Absolutely.
So that's basically what I want to advocate for and I want to push for.
My name is Tinashe, and it is a pleasure to be speaking to you, Nolutando. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. I'm sure you must be good. You just made the top 16 of Miss South Africa.
Listen, ecstatic is not even a word I can use right now.
Wow.
I am overjoyed. I am excited, but I'm nervous, but I'm enjoying the ride.
Oh, I can imagine it. You know what? I'm glad that you're enjoying it. So the first thing I want to find out is, what are you bringing that's different to the table this year?
I feel like what I bring this year to the table would be openness. I feel like Miss South Africa needs to be open to learning, to growing, understanding that it's okay to fail, to bring themselves, being relatable to each and every single person that they are yet to represent in the country.
That is beautiful, and I think a lot of people need that message at a time where young people especially face a lot of pressure just to exist, just to get by.
And to be accepted.
I know.
They need that.
No, you know what? I hope you get the platform to be able to share that message. Speaking of young people, one of the biggest problems right now is jobs. All right, we're trying to find work. We're trying to get young people employed. We're trying to get young businesses up and running. And statistics suggest that youth unemployment is at an all-time high.
Yes.
What is your feeling on this, and where do you think we can start tackling this problem?
You know, as a person that is also part of those stats that is unemployed, yes, I'm here as part of Miss SA, but for months I've been looking for a job. It pains us knowing that we go to school, we get educated, because this is what they tell us to do. Go to school, get an education, and then you apply for a job and they tell you they need 5 years experience, but be fresh out of varsity. That's a bit impossible. So I feel like it is possible to employ the youth. It is possible to decrease the unemployment stats, only if the government is serious about putting that into action, only if organizations decide to join hand in hand and pick the youth and equip them for the jobs that they will give them or allow them to do in those companies.
All the best for Ukuma. We hope that she brings back the crown. That's Miss South Africa finalist 2019. And the other one that I happen to forget the name because she's not from Cape Town. Right now, it's time for Obakeng to make us laugh. Well, I'm sure that he is capable because he won the coveted title of Ekse World Comedy Tour. Enjoy.
How's everyone doing? Are you guys cool? You guys doing fantastic? You guys feeling great? Great. That's the voice I use when I'm trying to get a loan at the bank. Guys, as you can see, my name is Obakeng, and I'm not originally from Cape Town. I'm from Bloemfontein originally. So by virtue of being in Cape Town, everybody thinks I'm Xhosa. I do not speak Xhosa at all. My Xhosa is very terrible, right? I picked up my Xhosa from church, right? So every time somebody asks me like a random question, his name will be Moses, just a simple question. Eboti, gamanam do Moses, pick and pay. My answer to him is, Moses! Utufuni pick and pay when I'm Moses. Yes, when I'm Moses. You pick and pay, ushike left, ushike right, usoibone pick and pay when I'm Moses. Hallelujah. Yes. That's how I speak to Moses, because that's how I picked up my Xhosa, you know what I mean? But besides that, as you can see, there's one thing that you're gonna notice distinctly about me. There's something you're gonna notice distinctly about me. I have a big head, right? Like I have a large head. Like don't be surprised. Like don't be. Yes, I know. Like I dream in HD. You understand? Like like you guys go to sleep at night. I go to the movies. So here's the thing about about having a big head, right? Is that every time I go to the barber, they always want to charge me more money to cut my hair. It's madness, I hate it. And I go to a Nigerian barber, right? I go to a Nigerian barber. And every time I step inside my Nigerian barber, the first thing you see is just the eyes, just. And they start pointing at each other. Opo Sanju, who's going to cut that head? And there's always a guy at the back, and his name is Obena. Obena! That one is for you. And Obena just goes, Jesus! My brother! That is not a head, that is a football field, yeah? We need a lawnmower to cut this head. Start the generator, we're going to have load shedding here. No. Hate it, man. And sometimes, you know, when your barber busy cutting your hair, your barber always want to ask you random questions, right? They always want to ask you random questions. So when they cut my hair, they always ask me stupid questions as well. My brother, where are you from? From Bloemfontein. Which school you go to? Louis Botha. Were you the head boy? I'm just asking my brother, were you ahead of everybody in the class? And when I moved to Cape Town, I used to think Cape Townians were the most observant people in the country. No? I think you guys were so observant. Because everywhere I went, everyone was always aware of everything. And I'm walking around and hear people going, aware, me, bro. I'm like, what the hell is everyone so aware of? And a guy comes up to me, greets me, goes, aware, my bro. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? I'm not aware. Is my shoes untied? My fly open? He's like, relax, my bro, relax. It's just a greeting. I'm like, oh, that's how you guys greet each other out here? I was unaware. Anyway, that is my time. My name is Obakeng Moroe. Peace. And you guys have been a fantastic audience, all 5 of you.
Well, that's the reason why he won. Later on in the show, we're going to find out if the title gave him a big head. Oh, no. He was born like that.
Right now, we're going to go to an ad break and see what our people are aware of on the other side of the world. We'll be back right now.
Aware, man. Every Friday, we have a feature for you that you can vote your favorite artist and their music video to make it #1. Here are this week's top 3. At number 1, once again, is PR and Lengoma. Number 2 is Real with What Mag D Girl No. And then the third one would be you can go to social media with Ekse on Cape Town TV. So you can email us schoolama@capetowntv.org or capetowntv.org or Ekse@capetowntv.org. Like these people have questions for us. Bulelani Kumlana, who says, hi Ekse, I want to visit you guys. How can I do that? And then Ulindo Butle Timani Miley says, dear Ekse, I just want to know what are the steps must be taken by the artist in order to get an interview and slot from you. Umtiwa says, how can I get to perform and have an interview as a local artist on your show? Is there an email that I can use? And then Ulunga Zuele says, hi guys, I'd like to find out how can I get an opportunity and have an interview on the show regarding an event that I'm hosting at Kukuletu NY49 Stadium. Those email addresses once more, lama@capetowntv.org, yonela@capetowntv.org, or ekse@capetowntv.org, or you can call us on 021-448-0448. I'm hoping that since winning this competition, his head does not grow any bigger. His name is Obakeng. He's over by the yellow couches.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
How was the experience for you?
Oh man, it was exhilarating, it was exciting, it was everything under the sun. Like more than what I could actually dream of.
How excited were you? Was it a mixture of nervousness or excitement when you first got into the competition?
It was a bit of both actually. One, it was excitement because I love performing and I love being a part of such things. And eventually just became overwhelming because I think only after I became part of the competition, I noticed exactly how big and what kind of accolades and opportunities rather it comes with. So it was overwhelming because I was still very new. I'm still very new in comedy, you know what I mean? So all of those things were very overwhelming at the time.
So back to basics.
Yeah.
Who is Obakeng?
Obakeng, by trade a graphic designer, so that's what pays the bills. Comedy will soon, you know. I'm originally from Bloemfontein. I started in hip hop actually, so I can do some rapping as well. Yeah, I did that for years, and then moved to Cape Town about 6 years ago, and pursued a little bit of music here and there. But I've been a fan of stand-up comedy for a very long time. So yeah, I decided to just give it a go and try it to see if this little funny bone I have kind of works. And yeah, fast forward to now, here I am.
Evidently.
Yeah.
Who introduced you to the comedy scene? Or do you have a favorite comedian maybe?
There's so many to mention, man. Look, my favorites will always be like, Dave Chappelle and Richard Pryor and those people. But where I started connecting real with comedy was when I saw South Africans do it. So like back in the Pure Monati days, your Kagiso Letihas, your Loyiso Kolas, because that's one of the first times I saw comedy that reflected me directly. You know what I'm saying? Because with American comedy, you always see, we have similarities, but they're not always direct. Now, when you hear comedy in your own language or with references that you know, it makes it all the more, visible for you, I guess. So.
How did you find out that you're funny?
I crack people up everywhere I go. No, look, humor has always been the way that I connect with people. I have this kind of rule: if I can't laugh with you, we can't be friends. You know what I'm saying?
How can people tell that Obakeng is being serious right now? Like, I'll tell you about the guy that is coming after you, Rezah. He's our co-host.
Yeah.
I don't believe him when he says he's going to be late. I don't believe him when he says he's got a stomach ache because he's always telling jokes. How can people get familiar with the serious side of you? How can we tell?
Well, for me, there's a time and place for everything. You know what I mean? When I need to be serious, you will definitely know. Most of the time, I'm a goofball. I'm always joking. But when it's time to get serious about things that are serious, I treat them as such because for me, it's a form of respect, respecting people's time, respecting people's opinion and feelings and those kind of things.
So we can expect you to make us laugh at a funeral?
Yes, you can. You can. Because actually we need laughter at a funeral, trust. You know what I mean? But when everything has a time and a place. There's a time to laugh, but also there's a time to be serious.
You mentioned earlier that you crack people up everywhere you go. I know I'm funny. I'm mad funny. However, I do not know if I'm stand-up comedy funny. How do you then find, there's a thin line, obviously, if you're just generally a funny guy and then stand-up comedy.
Look, there's a lot of technicalities and sort of disciplines that go behind how to write stand-up. And that comes from just one, researching the thing, knowing the structure of how comedy works, setting up punchlines and that kind of thing. But the only way you can actually do it is if you try, man. There's really very little to no rules into how you enter, but there's a whole lot of those technicalities in writing, in doing, working on your setups and all of those things. And it also comes from your point of reference, you know what I mean? What you consider funny and if other people will see the same way. And also what your message is. What are you trying to do? Are you just trying to make people laugh? Or are you trying to make people see things differently? Are you trying to bring perspective? It's all of those things bottled into whatever, your perspective is, I guess.
Speaking of the techniques of how you do things on stage, what's the most challenging thing about being a comedian and what's the most rewarding thing about being a comedian?
The challenging thing is hoping people will laugh. Trust me. That is that. I always say like comedy is very brutal. It's an abusive relationship. That's exactly what it is, But the most rewarding thing about it is hearing people respond to your act and all these things that you've been having in your head and positive response. Actually, we live off all that because as a comedian, laughter is your only currency and that's what we thrive off of.
And how do you approach life in general?
With a positive spirit, man. It is what it is. I'm here to live it, and I can only live it to the best of my ability. So
who's
go
the
out there and
worst
do
comedian that you've ever watched?
Who's that?
Worst.
Who's the worst?
Come on now.
Wow, no, I cannot think of
You
anyone
can.
at the moment.
You
My career is
can.
still very brand new.
Use the 3D situation, find him there.
I shall not name names.
We all
Can we put? No, ndiyabayika, Shem.
Okay, there we go.
You mentioned some of the challenges is going in front of an audience and then having them not laugh at all.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that once? Can you tell us about the experience where the audience itself wasn't as receiving of your jokes?
Wow, man, it's two things. It's very hurtful because you realize that there's so many things that you don't always connect to people the same way. But also it's a learning experience. It teaches you to rethink your material. Some things that you think are funny may not be for the next person. And also it teaches you resilience, man. Just because you're on stage and people are laughing at that moment doesn't mean you don't have talent. It means there's something not working in that particular circumstance because of either, you know, a disconnection between your audience, or you just need to better your material.
So you've never had a situation where you had to cut your last 7 jokes because nobody's laughing? Like,
Not
never
really,
mind, that's
not
my
there
name.
yet. I am hilarious, so not yet. Not there. But I've had situations where I get pity laughs. You know, you can hear one laugh at the back, and that's not that great. But it can only teach you, and those are the moments that you actually need as a comedian. You need to go on stage and die. That's what we call it, dying on stage. You know? So that you come back and rethink your material and rewrite, and it ultimately makes you a better performer, so that you know how to avoid those kind of situations.
Most people, especially the elderly, would perceive comedy as some silly situation.
Right.
So how did you manage to turn the silly, your passion that you have, into a career?
I'm still working on that, to be quite honest. I'm working on making it, because like I said, I'm still brand new in comedy. The only way you can turn it around is to show and prove, you know what I mean? It's to make it more than just standing on stage. It's to bring a different perspective, show that you are a multifaceted person as an artist. Because ultimately in this entertainment business or in this media industry, you have to be multifaceted. So your brand of comedy, your brand of artistry will eventually lead you into the kind of things that you will be involved in. And those are the things that you make in an entire career out of.
Good for you, because if you didn't win the Ekse comedy tour, you wouldn't be here.
Of course, only important.
How was that experience, and where to from here?
Oh man, this experience has been easily the best experience of my life. Easily. I mean, I've been performing at the Funny Festival since it started. I was originally meant to perform only one show, and now I'm doing practically the whole festival, and it's overwhelming. I'm meeting some of the best comedians in the country and internationally as well. And to have been, you know, given that kind of opportunity so early in my career, it's more than what I could have asked for, man. I'm nervous every day, but yet I have a reason to wake up every day because I get to go on a big stage and make people laugh, and ultimately that brings me joy.
Congratulations and all the best for the future.
Thank you so much.
Keep on making us laugh.
No damn doubt.
Laughter a day keeps the doctor away.
And the bills come into my pocket.
Oh!
What did I say?
Rezah the Sheriff Forbes is one of the people who are taking this career to another height. He's not only a TV show host, but also a comedian. This is one of the things that he does best. Let's see what he does when he acts stupid. Welcome to Ekse.
A man's mark to go out tonight, man. Why you go to Long Street? Yo, a man just come from the mosque now, me bro, man. But yeah, we can go if you wanna go. Kijk, my Tani have a cousin, so you can ask my Tani's go, but if I'm gonna ask, then she's gonna say no. But if you're gonna ask, then she's gonna say yes, me bro. I, me bro, I don't wanna ask, me bro, I. She's gonna say no. She's gonna say yes for you. Gonna say no for me. My mommy don't like me. She grand you. Anything you say, anything you ask, she will give it to you, Aya. Salam alaikum, Ati Rohma. I wanna ask Ati Rohma something, man. Of course, you know you can ask me anything. Me and Tokir we wanted to go out tonight, but we don't have a car, man. So easy that must ask Ati Rohma for the car. Like if we throw petrol or so. Kijk hier op my kop nou. Staan hier miskien ba fuck.
Pretty funny, I must say. And if you love laughing, well, you're at the right place at the right time because Ekse brings you entertainment, wire, not just for 30 minutes. Who are we? We're hectic 9 million times. If you know what I mean. Well, if you want to win yourself double tickets to a comedy show, this one is called Penny for a Laugh Charity Tour. It's going to be happening at the Cape Town ICC. All you need to tell us is where is the show happening this Friday, the 19th of July. All you need to do is like and share the post and like the page. Go Ekse on Cape Town TV on Facebook. And of course, those music videos that you can vote for, it's the Shabs. Can you hear us from the back? And then it's PNR, Lengoma, and Real with Vadmak D Girl No. I'm guessing Yabuzba Jens and Lendo Mazana.
I am not certain. I did not do Afrikaans.
Okay.
But our guest is going to let us know, right?
CV. I did Afrikaans lit in high school.
Okay.
Yeah,
is that the Afrikaans for the...
Yeah, for the slow learners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How slow or how fast, Rezah, did your comedy career start up?
Man, to be honest, it all started at the end of year school concert, where one of the acts was scared to go on. Then me and my friend, we said, okay, we'll go on, and then we'll talk to the people and see if they laugh. So we're taking scarves from the ladies, and we like 2 aunties on stage.
Yeah.
And then the people started laughing, and there's like a 500, 600 crowd. And then the next year, the people asked us, but are you going to do that again for us?
How old were you at this time?
I was grade 5. How old were you in grade 5?
10,
like
11?
10, 11. 10, 11 years old. And then from there, it just kind of spiraled and snowballed into me becoming a comedian.
So you're not one of those people who always knew that you were funny, but you just took a chance and then you
Exactly. For me, it was enjoying the reception of the people, seeing the people laugh all the time, and that makes you feel good. I only found out afterwards that what I'm doing is called stand-up comedy.
Is this before or after you pretended to be fainting at school assembly?
What? Whoa! Where did this come from?
I do my research.
You're so good. You guys are very good. This is between me fainting. So we had assemblies outside at a podium, and it used to be very hot at school. And then people would faint, like for real. They would faint, and then they get to sit in the office. So I'm like, why am I sitting here in the sun? And then I was like, and they literally carried me from the podium to the office, and then I was fine. I went home.
Oh wow, man!
You're so good. You guys do your homework.
You got this amazing experience where you went. I would call it the world stage because people, amazing crowds, and a big amount of numbers that we didn't even think that would be following Rezah today. You had that experience most recently. How was that? And what are you hoping for in the future?
A few months ago, Emo Adams posted something on his social media saying he's looking for talent because most of the time people are telling him, look, make me famous, I want to be famous. So he started this thing called Mark Me Famous, and I don't think Emo or any of us, even as contestants, knew that this project is going to be so big. Because we had about 1.4 million votes for a first-time talent competition. And that experience was so insane because you get to work with the best in the industry, whether it's with the presenters, whether it's talents, whether it's crew members and that. And you're on there and you're thinking to yourself, wow, am I this good? Because there was about 6,000 people who actually entered. And out of the 6,000, only 48 got chosen. 48 got phone calls, and then I was super fortunate to make it to the top 6 as a stand-up comedian into that. And
congratulations for that, Mr.
I have to say it really opened doors for me as a stand-up comedian because I'm performing in places I've never been to, and people are seeing what you are capable of doing that you didn't expect them to see what you're able to do.
How has life changed now?
Oh, yeah.
So you're going from here to the spaza.
Yeah.
How are the anises on the road treating you?
I can't even go buy me a packet of chips because now it's like anything I do, the people are judging me like, oh, Rezah also eat knickknacks. Like, yes, I eat knickknacks. Yes, I'm human. And for me, walking to the shop now is quite different because now the people, they recognize you. They're like, hey, Rezah Forbes, I'm so you on Mark Me Famous. what you doing here? And because I love the shopping at Pep Boutique. I mean, you save money, but now you can't be walking at Pep because the people recognize you. And I think sometimes it's a bit overwhelming because it's like your personal space is kind of being invaded. So you don't always get that me time and that quality time with family and friends. It's always kind of invaded. So it's a bittersweet moment for me.
Well, that's your fault. You asked them to make you famous. Well, there we go.
You mentioned earlier that you now getting booking and performing.
Yeah.
Does it happen that you step on stage for a funny, very funny comedian? Does that put pressure on you that following that you have to make them laugh as hard, even harder?
Look, I've been doing comedy. I was at Cape Town Comedy Club doing a competition there, and I've been doing some comedy clubs in and around Cape Town. And most of the time, the big names are there. But I feel like not just as a comedian, as an artist in general, if you a rapper and you're performing after AKA, you don't put that pressure on you because you are here to do what makes you look good. So for me, it's about, look, the guy that was on before me, he was funny and everything, and the crowd enjoyed him. That is a warm-up. It's a good thing. I don't see it as, oh my word, that's competition. I need to top that. Because the audience is the warm and they in that laughing spirit as well. So I go up there and I'm like, yeah, and this is me, and this is how I tell my jokes, or I tell my story. And then
out of all the jobs that you do, I know that you're obviously one of our presenters and you're also a stand-up comedian. Will you be pursuing music? Because I know that I've seen a clip. You actually showed me a clip of him rapping.
You guys!
You are pursuing the music career.
Is the CIA involved here somewhere? Because you guys are really digging deep. You're digging a bit too deep. Someone might get pregnant. Listen.
I will.
I don't take myself serious when it comes to music. Look, I love rapping. I love listening to J. Cole and music and things like that. But I don't look at myself as a musical artist. In my comedy, I have music as well. I have dancing because for me, it's all about feeling good. Like sometimes I don't take myself too serious as a comedian because it's about entertaining the crowd, making the crowd feel good. So I add in the music element, and here and there I sing faults, but they enjoy it. So, but I don't really take myself serious in that aspect. But yes, I do rap as well. Maybe there's an album, I don't know.
How do you overcome your shortcomings? No, not your height, but shortcomings when it comes to comedy. Like you're there and then you die on stage. How do you overcome those things?
I think it's a tough one. Comedy it's very ironic because it's supposed to be all fun and games, but you as the comedian actually have to have that confidence booster. Saying that I am funny, I am funny, I am funny. And for me, it's like going on stage and weird things happen because you write a joke or you plan a joke and you expect people to laugh at a certain point. Then they don't laugh at that point, but they laugh with something that you're not supposed to be thinking it's going to be funny. So it's all about just going onto stage and having fun with what the people is laughing for. So if they're laughing for something else that they're not supposed to laugh for, it's fine. They don't know that they're supposed to laugh at this point.
So does that mean you continue to freestyle and then forget everything?
You continue, you have fun with it, and you just feed off the energy of the crowd, whatever they're laughing for. So for me, I don't take myself very serious. So you didn't laugh this time, well, better luck next time. Do you know what I'm saying? We move on. We don't feel sorry for ourselves. We see the comments, the negativity, and we move on.
If you were a judge on Ekse, Make Me Famous, who do you make a winner for being the funniest presenter?
Wow. I feel like for some reason, Lama doesn't need to try to be funny. Like everything you do, it's like your life needs to be a sitcom.
This is about you. Our hashtag for today is hashtag Tuesday, and people are choosing Rezah today. This one comes from Kelly Jones, who says, I put on a reminder and I'm recording it. I am watching you today, Rezah. And then it's Antonio Mamao. Wow, Rezah, I'm watching you and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Then there's Janine Constable. Can't wait. The day must come quickly. Okay, this was sent before the show. And then there's Color Dawn, who says, where, boss? Are you still down to do a show in August in Caledon?
Wow.
Are you doing that in Caledon?
We will be discussing it because most of the times things are going through my agent now.
Okay, and then Elsa Monique Lucas says, I'm watching show yako Rezah. I'm with my young child. He's watching it for the 3rd time.
Wow.
And today he cannot wait to see you on Ekse Live. What do the messages like these make you feel like?
It makes me feel proud because we see, I saw videos of youth where I exited the competition and they were crying in there. And it makes me feel proud because doing comedy and doing what you do best, you don't think that you actually inspire youth out there.
Yeah.
And you don't think that, because people message me and say, I was depressed and I was sad, but watching you perform makes me happy. And for me, that is such an honor. And it's humbling for people to respond in such a way.
Where are you performing next?
Wow, a lot of things happening. The end of this month, 27th, I'm doing a matric legacy project for my ex-high school, Pelican Park High. The 9th of August, I will be in Ocean View at the Respect the Mass Festival. That is a free gig. Also, we are flying to Northern Cape in November for a festival, Aggeneys. I'm not sure if you're Aggeneys Festival. I'm also doing the 31st of August, JBE Comedy Evening, but everything is on my socials at It's Rezah with the H Instagram and on Facebook, Rezah the Rezah Forbes.
I'm also going to the Northern Cape, so shut up. You're the only one just trending right here. Well, Ekse, my people, this was Ekse Live for today. Thank you for tuning in on this Tuesday afternoon. Tomorrow is Side Tech Wednesday.
Yes, that's correct. And please, guys, do support everybody you've seen on stage. Rezah, Obakeng, and sponsors. I'm calling on sponsors. Please help a girl out. Everything will be on our social media, yeah?
And don't forget to vote for your top 3. We've got P and R, we've got the chefs, and we also have Real with what Mark.
There we go.
Follow us on social media. It's Ekse_live on Twitter, and then on Facebook it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. Now it's time for my crush to take us all the way home. This is Teleman. Yes, you can dance with Shekinah and Nasty C with Whips.
See you.
Goodbye.